What's going on, guys? Everyday Gunpla here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at Supreme Evolution's Eternal Star Glory model kit, a kit that debuted back in 2023. It got a lot of attention for its amazing style, engineering, and pure self-presence. But let's see if it still holds up 2 years later. Let's get into the build. When you first crack open the box, the presentation hits you right away. The artwork looks amazing, dynamic, and instantly sets the tone for what the kit is all about. Inside, you get awesome, nicely molded runners, quality runners, minimal nub marks on the runners, which is really nice when you're cutting them off right from the start. This kit feels premium even before you touch a single piece. I mean, just look at this stuff. It's quality. It's in your face. It feels good. The polycaps, well, I guess they're not really polycaps. They kind of look like polycaps. The polycaps that do come with this kit feel a little oily, but that's just something I can get over. I'm not really freaking out about it. It also comes with the spike separation build, which I'll talk about later, but I didn't put those on this kit, and I'll explain why later on. Maybe you guys will agree, maybe you guys won't agree. But the book art, just like the cover art on the box, awesome. Nothing on the back, a little dull, whatever. I feel like they could have put another image back there, but the book is thick. It's comic book style with a little bit of coloring book. That's how I pretty much gauge my books now going forward, guys. Comic book flimsy or comic book thick, more akin to graphic novels, and then coloring books. Again, I like this because it tells you what runners you need for what section you're building. I wish every model kit company did this, showed you what you needed immediately so that you can just get right into the build. And that's what makes Glory one of the smoothest builds you guys will build this year if you decide to pick this up. It's so smooth, guys. It's amazing. It's quick. The book tells you everything. You got the water slide page here, 2 pages of water slides. Super detailed if you're into doing water slides. If not, you can skip that one, guys. It's not really a big deal. As far as the build experience, the one thing I love during the build is, again, how smooth the assembly is. The parts fit together cleanly. The engineering feels modern. I've built kits from 30 years ago now at this point this year, and they feel a little off. Nothing feels overly fragile. Even if you're not an advanced builder, you'll have a good time with this kit. The polycap issue, yeah, well, again, whatever they are called PEs on this, I'm guessing that's their version of polycaps at Supreme Evolution. They need to dial back the liquid in their process for these polycaps because these things are slick. It's just a solid, enjoyable build, though, from start to finish, though, guys. That's just a little gripe I have. Articulation, because the kit is a third-party kit, the articulation is a little off for me. We'll talk about that later on as well. But you do get a great range of motion in the elbows, the shoulders, the knees, the ankles, pivots. Those are pretty cool. I like when ankles can pivot. The Glory kit pulls off dynamic poses without feeling like it's going to fall apart. Whether you want an action stance or a simple museum pose, this suit really does handle all of that stuff, guys. As far as details goes, this is where the Glory kit truly shines, guys. The sculpting is sharp. The surface details gives you tons of panel lining opportunities. And oh my god, the color separation on this kit. Chef's kiss, guys. Even straight built, this kit looks fantastic. But customizing it, I mean, go crazy, guys. This thing loves it. But I do love the color separation of this kit by itself. I personally don't feel like you need to paint it. The proportions feel heroic but balanced. The armor design has a perfect mix of mechanical and stylized, like Universal Century, Seed, Zeta, those type of akin to those type of kits. This is all up to what you guys are thinking about when it comes to kits like this. Do you want style? Do you want old school looking? Do you want new school, like Witch of Mercury, G Quox, all that stuff? I feel like this is a happy medium in the middle of that between Zeta Zeta and Witch from Mercury. So I'll give it that. Absolutely. You get a solid lineup of accessories, weapons, effects parts, optional hands that help you recreate and create expressive poses. Everything feels well thought out. Not too much, not too little. The main weapon in particular has impressive details and it really completes the presence of the suit, as you guys can see here. The backpack is cool, but I have a really solid issue with this backpack. It looks awesome. It fits the suit well, but yeah, I have a problem with the backpack. But other than that, as far as accessory goes, this thing's pretty solid. If you guys like minimal weapons, minimal backup weapons, you know, or secondary weapons, or like just big booster weapons, you're gonna really like this kit, guys. I'm also a really big fan of leg thrusters when they're done correctly. And in this kit, they're done very well. They open up, they look like they can fire off. It really does add a different dynamic to leg poses when you put them on podiums. You really can't go wrong here because it just adds to the artistic value of the kit. Now let's get into these cons. Again, these polycaps here are very oily. Be careful, guys. They will go flying if you're not careful with them. Now to the backpack. This kit will not stand up if you hold the legs together military style. It will fall. If you move it, it'll fall. As you can see right here, I'm trying to put his legs forward, and the backpack just weighs him down. This backpack is heavy unless you use the provided mini stand that it comes with. I don't think that particularly is a problem, but at the same time, it kind of is annoying if you're going for shelf space because it will just be bad for it. That's just my opinion. Again, also the backpack, I feel like it needs to snap together more. It has these two little locking pieces inside of it where they will go together, but if you move it the wrong way, they fall apart. You have to attach them to the provided backpack accessory for them to stay up. Not a big deal, but let's get on to the pros. Super articulation, super bendable. Inner frame is amazing. Really no issues, honestly. It looks good, it bends good. When you put the armor on, it still bends the same way, which I really like, as you guys can see here. It's amazing for panel lining. You want to panel line this kit. It's very, I'm not going to say the white washes out all the other colors, but it is very bland feeling unless you put panel lining on. So get your favorite color panel line. It's white. So if you use red, blue, brown, black, silver, there's a couple other panel lining colors, I believe. I think any color will do good on this kit. Just make sure it doesn't clash. If you use the gold bits, make sure it's not clashing with the gold bits because this kit does come with gold lining armor and also clear lining armor. I think that's for people who want to put LEDs in it. I didn't have an LED kit. Also, if you guys notice, I didn't put the weapon spikes on the halo. That was just for my own reasons because I didn't know that it was clear, that the halo spikes were clear. I thought they had some type of film that goes with them or a sticker or something. So I'm going to use fluorescent paint on that later on, and then I'll probably update this video's looks later on. But let's get into the pricing. Price-wise, this thing's $55 on AliExpress, but honestly, if you guys spend the extra $4, I would go with the Eclipse. It's better looking, it's cooler in design, but Glory's still a solid 8 out of 10 kit. Highly recommend it for all ages, all builders. Go pick this kit up, guys. But anyways, if you like the content, leave me a subscribe, like, comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one. This is Everyday Gunpla. I'm out, guys.